odds are you have no idea who I am. And that's fine, because honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out as well. All I can say right now is that my name is Evren. I'm an American Turk who goes to Bowdoin College, class of 2023, and I'm back in Istanbul with my parents right now, where I'm continuing remote learning. But that's enough introduction for now, because frankly, who I am right now matters not so much as who I might become in the aftermath of the situation. That's what I want to talk to you about today. It appears to me that most of us have found ourselves constantly attached to a screen these days, because honestly, what else is there to do? I'm not here to tell you if social media is good or bad. I'm not here to lecture you about your social media usage, about how you use the internet. I'm sure I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life, because frankly, that's none of my business. You see, I'm worried for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my generation at large. I deeply fear that by taking our devices for granted, we're undergoing a transition that'll change us for good, and that we're not even aware of it. We're undergoing a transition, a cultural shift that will not only change us for good, but will go unnoticed if we don't start acting now. The more we allow ourselves to accept these digital realities, where we have so much control over how we present ourselves and engage with others, I fear that the more we'll begin to morph into these digital identities. Having to stay at home, these virtual experiences are becoming our only experiences and will be our only experiences for some time ahead. Take myself, for example. My daily routine involves attending lectures online, doing readings on my laptop, watching a movie, maybe Netflix, talking to friends, FaceTiming, reading the news. But whatever I do, I'm constantly looking at a screen. Our devices have not only become a portal to this digital reality, they've become the only reality. And maybe this was bound to happen. Over the last 20 years, we've become increasingly dependent on technology for our professional lives. But what about our personal lives? What about our relationships? Were we really to expect that social media platforms would be the primary way with which we communicate with one another? The truth is, technology is changing us, and it will continue to change us. Change is not the problem. See, what I fear is that if we don't understand and come to realize how technology is changing us right now, once this whole pandemic situation is resolved, I fear that these changes will follow us into the physical world. I don't think they'll stay online. You see, yesterday I was on a Zoom lecture, and I became extremely irritated by the fact that I couldn't see myself in that little video box in the corner. And then I realized, I don't normally see myself when I talk to others, and that's never been an issue. So why now? Why did I feel like I had lost some sort of control? Why did I feel like I was becoming increasingly vulnerable? The harsh truth is that it's easy to live behind a set of filters, and we're increasingly doing it every day. See, I deeply worry that the next time my friends ask me something intimate, important, or personal, I'll struggle to find an answer, because I won't be able to respond with a simple thumbs up or a heart, or laugh it off disingenuously like I often do on text. Will I become diffident? Will I constantly worry about my self-image? Or worse, will I begin to view myself the way others do online, through a set of filters, constantly masking the truth? Will I expect or feel pressure to seem happy all the time like I do on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook? Will I ever even want to go back to a world I cannot control? A world in which responsibilities and problems can't be muted and that I can't escape with a simple click of a button. A world that I cannot put on Do Not Disturb. Don't get me wrong. I'm aware of how lucky we are to have these technologies at hand. That said, just because we're ever so connected doesn't mean that we're not as distant from each other as well. Unfortunately, there's no easy answer, at least not that I could think of. All I can do is encourage you to think, how has this online transition changed the way I see others? How is it changing the way I see myself? How am I dealing with this change? And do I feel comfortable? What will I do once this whole situation resolves? Will I be able to talk to my friends as sincerely as I once did before this situation, before switching online? Most importantly, how do I feel about myself? See, I truly believe that only once we begin to search for the answers to these questions, that we'll be able to discern the real within this new surreal digital world and truly embrace being isolated together.